Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, the overall market isn't looking too bad. I know that we have a few events to really kind of wait for with the FOMC meeting and stuff like that. But we definitely have been watching a few things unfold within this market. We've been watching a few altcoins as well. Just recently, XRP was up massively on the 7-day span. It is still up about 20%. And right now on the 24-hour span, we aren't seeing too much movement in this market. It is minimal. I know that I have been watching Casper. Casper has been holding up pretty strong, but most altcoins right now are still, at some pretty nice lows. We've been watching XDC. We've been watching a few tokens, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, we aren't seeing any sort of special price action. I know that, like I said today, with the FOMC and stuff, a lot could unfold. We definitely are paying attention. We are definitely watching a few things, but really, I don't even care about the price action right now. We are still in a bear market. I'm not expecting any sort of massive moves or anything like that. Could we go lower on Bitcoin? Could we go lower on altcoins? Sure, we can, but I've just been averaging in. I still have stables on the sideline just in case, we go much lower or, I want to average in a little bit more. So I'm just prepared either way. I have taken positions. I'm still holding those positions. I'm still holding a significant amount of stables just to prepare for whatever does happen in this market, because again, this market is extremely unpredictable. But today I do want to talk to you guys about a few things happening around Quant, specifically within the financial institutional grade area. And we do see over here from Quant, wishing all the Blockchain Expo Europe a productive last day. For those of you building solutions for financial services, we're here to help. And I do want to talk to you guys, a little bit about what has happened in the last year alone. Going back to September of 2021, that was a weird time in this market. It was right after we had that massive crash. Everybody thought that was, us going into the bear market. Everything was done. Everything was, basically dead. And then all of a sudden, August came, September came, and then, all the way to November, we had some nice major moves. And QNT was one that did hit about $400, and then after that, we basically went into a downtrend, and here we are now. But since then, financial institutions and major client names like BlackRock, for example, have stepped in, and they have been adopting into this entire market. They've been diving headfirst, allowing exposure to their clients from the crypto grade area. Why is this? Well, not only do they see the value proposition here, but they also do see that the future is going to be driven behind the scenes by crypto. And we do see here, whether you work for a bank, an investment firm, or other financial institution, blockchain allows you to exchange information and assets more securely and cost effectively. Your challenge, though, is how to implement it simply while protecting your existing IT investments. Now, the big key here that I do want to talk to you guys about is how to implement it simply. Okay, how do you simply adopt in crypto technology? In fact, I actually do have this tweet over here where I said, QNT with the, shushing face. And we do see over here from Anders, you need seamless interoperability between crypto and fiat. When we really kind of look at seamless interoperability, how is that achieved? You can actually look over here at, how we do it, our solutions. If you go to their product listing, you can look at, Overledger. I know that we've talked about this so many times, but this is what we actually look at. So, Overledger is just not Overledger by itself. There's actually a few things here. Like if you actually go look over at Quant Solutions, you can see a few of them around like supply chain and trade finance, insurance, all that kind of stuff. We've always looked into these quite a bit. We've looked around within this market at some of these major solutions, and they are great. But a lot of people kind of confuse the idea of like what Quant actually is. For example, Quant has their own solutions, but then you do see these third-party solutions over here. What necessarily does that mean? Well, when we actually look at Quant, to me, these third-party solutions are things like this, right? So here's the CBDC plus networks and tech. This is from, XX underscore 1133, 1221 underscore 11. I know that is such a weird name, but nonetheless, you actually do see all of the major solutions here. You do see major, platforms within this market. You do see Ripple with XRP, Stellar with XLM, Hedera with, HBAR, etc. But all of this is going through this, entire system that we're kind of moving towards, a digital, entire infrastructure for crypto, as well as for finance. Crypto, like I said, is going to be the, It's going to be in the background, powering everything. I've always said on this channel since day one, the day that I look forward to is the day where everyone, and I'm talking about everyone that even said crypto's a scam, crypto's this, crypto's that. All of those people are going to be utilizing crypto technology without even realizing it. You're going to realize it because your investments, for an example, are going to be absolutely astronomical in value because a utility-driven market is coming. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. Now, the tokens that I've been stacking, a lot of them are actually on this screen here. XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, Casper, Quant, LCX. And that's just a few of them. We've been stacking a ton of these utility gems because all of them will be utilized in this new entire infrastructure. But the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of these are specific grade third-party applications. XDC, for an example, Zinfin. XDC is tokenizing a lot of things happening behind trade finance. Documentation is going to be fully digitized. IOTA is powering these entire smart cities. They're doing incredible things. Casper. All of these tokens have specific use cases. And it all plays into these third-party solutions. This is where I do believe that the third-party solutions will come into play. Now, there's a ton of things here as well, like there's the premium overledger APIs. You could actually see these all on their website. You could actually scroll down and you could see all of this. For an example, I do want to open up this overledger integrate just to kind of show you guys how easy this is for major companies to actually start with this. And then you do see at the bottom here the blockchain networks. A lot of you have probably already seen this diagram, but I really kind of want to talk to you guys about this a little bit further because it is something special. So here is the premium overledger APIs. We offer a range of products that enhance the functionality of our core API. These premium APIs add specific capabilities as you need them. Now, these are going to be the ones that are going to be extremely high value ones that some major names will be utilizing. But then also over here, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about with seamless integration. So overledger integrate. Integrate is our gateway's core API. It enables you to create blockchain applications that will run on any chain faster, cheaper, and without the need for specialist development staff. This is going to easily allow for these major clients to utilize any application, any blockchain, as well as to build out new solutions as well. And we do see it's fast build DLT apps without specialist DLT staff or consultants. Get to market faster, speedy implementation, no need for specialist DLT staff, and the SaaS API means no installation or run cost. This is huge. And then built for enterprises, easy integration into enterprise tech stacks. And we do see down here that the challenge enterprise blockchain projects typically cost £500,000 to £3 million and take 25 months on average, according to Gartner. The situation is complicated by the fact that only about 1% of developers have the specialist knowledge required to work with digital ledger technologies, each having its own unique roles and languages. A developer trained in a specific DLT can cost around £200,000 per annum, yet their skills are not transferable to other DLTs, nor redeployable across other projects. Interoperability to the rescue. This is why we look at how large Quant will actually be. I mean, like, they are fundamentally changing the entire game around DLT. And what I've talked to you guys about within DLT is that it will be the future. It really will. This is why everything on Overledger is extremely innovative for what crypto is becoming. It's no surprise how large crypto has become in just the last year alone. But when we actually look at this, right, everything in this market, everything that everyone pushes their own agenda around, XRP is going to be the future. XLM is going to be the future. These two are going to be the future. This is going to be the future. Whatever. Everyone has their own idea on what is going to be the future technology around this market, what's going to be the best, what's going to be this, that, whatever. At the end of the day, there's one thing that I know for sure. All of this will need to have that seamless integration. It will all have to be seamlessly connected as well. Interoperability at the end of the day will be key for all of these tokens to be successful. It's not going to happen without it. And when we actually look at this, right, this is talking more so about CBDCs. How far have CBDCs come? Well, when you actually look at this, right, it's been a rapid development. We see this from IMF. Now, this goes back to the 18th, so just 3 days ago. Picture this, there are now about 100 central bank digital currencies under research and development globally. Read about this rapid proliferation in the latest issue of F&D. And when we actually look at this, right? So not only do they have this little diagram here where it does show like the research, proof of concept, pilot, and launch, as well as cancellations down here, you can actually kind of see, how large the research development phase is currently under CBDCs. But they also show us a little bit of an insight on CBDCs themselves and how fast they have grown from July of 2018 to July of 2022. And you can actually see the number growing rapidly. This is the total number, by the way, 19, 39, and 97. I would argue by the July of 2023, we will see a lot more CBDCs fully launched. We will see a lot more CBDC research and development. And I could see this number easily, being multiplied by 2. And it's the idea that rapid development, research, as well as just studying on CBDCs, what is gonna be fully disrupted by CBDCs, what's going to change, the efficiencies of them. All of that is going to be in question and being really kind of spotlighted on for the next couple months leading up to July of 2023, for an example. But within the next 3 to 5 years, which I've always said 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years is the golden time frame for this market, simply because within the next 3 to 5 years, this entire market's going to change rapidly. I mean, go look at 2017, 2018 compared to now. You could see how far this technology has come. You could see how far, the research, not only the research, but also the adoption of crypto has come. It is truly something special. This is why I say, pay attention to CBDCs. Although I know, we are not in full, support of CBDCs. In fact, I hate the idea of them. That's why I also like the idea of, commercialized stablecoins, which, by the way, yes, Quant is already behind that as well. But the idea of CBDCs is this, okay? Although we don't support it, we are not going to be able to stop it. We've been seeing a lot of issues arise globally around, CBDCs. The end goal here isn't to, hey, let's support CBDCs and get rich. No. It's the idea that, listen, if CBDCs are going to be ushered in, they are all going to have to be connected anyways. So why not be behind the technology stack within that and be ahead of the game? That's my base point on it. Obviously, CBDCs, to me, I've talked about it so many times on this channel. It is a very scary thought because it is more so kind of centered on control. But the end goal here and the idea that I'm trying to get at with all of this is the fact that, all of the development, all of the research, everything happening around, crypto currently is being streamlined. It is rapid, streamlined processes happening within crypto, research-wise, development-wise. And I will say this. We've talked about so many tokens on a day-to-day basis on this channel. Roughly, if we did an average, I average, about 3 to 4 videos a day. I talk about 3 to 4 different tokens on a daily basis because I want to talk to you guys about what's happening technologically around the space. Understanding this technology will change your entire life. I said this on Twitter as well. I said if you understand the technology within the space, you would never leave, and soon enough, the price just becomes a number on a screen. And this is the case. Understanding the technology behind a lot of these tokens could ultimately change your entire life. We talk about XRP in the basis of on-demand liquidity. Liquidity is such a big, crucial area of focus globally. It is a big problem as well. We talk about XLM. XLM is disrupting the retail sector. They are a huge token. Algorand, very similar as well. Algorand is doing some pretty large moves. We've talked about Algorand many times on occasion. And there's just so many other tokens as well. The reason why I bring this up and the reason why I talk about these tokens is because these are some of the most fundamental utility-grade tokens in the space. They're the ones that are proving themselves every single day by seeing rapid development, rapid moves, and also partnerships. This is why I focus on utility, because at the end of the day, okay, is Shiba Inu or is Dogecoin going to change the world? Absolutely not. But we have the opportunity to be invested into tokens that will change the world. Quant, by itself, Overledger is such a huge innovation. I've talked about it on a daily basis now. It is a huge token. And it is a token that, in my opinion, at the end of the day, it has the power and the potential to be the new Bitcoin. Not in the sense of price, but just, it's going to be, all right. It's going to be much bigger than Bitcoin simply because of what's happening around DLT. you could see that these major names like the IMF, the World Economic Forum, the BIS, all of these names want to get behind DLT, but they don't know how to integrate with it. Quant solved this. So Quant is essentially powering the crypto revolution, and that by itself is so much larger than what anything Bitcoin has ever solved in the past. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, after you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.